Hi everybody and welcome back to Beauty and Jams. Today we are doing a Get Ready With Me chit chat featuring the Lorac Pro 2 palette by request, and we will show you how to achieve this look. So if you have a little bit of time and want to get ready with me this morning, then keep watching. Okay, and welcome to my naked face in all of its lovely glory. Okay, so the first thing that I have been doing lately is taking my my e.l.f. lip exfoliator just before I ever get started with anything, and I just rub that on. And I leave it, okay? I just let it sit there, and you may have a couple of the little crummies on there, but it depends on how it wears. Different times it's sort of glossier than others depending on how it's worn down. Okay, so then I have typically not used a primer, but lately I have been trying out this e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. This is just from Target. You can, actually Walmart carries e.l.f. now too. This was, I think it was it might have been in the $6. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this, this primer, and like I said, I've just been trying it out lately. It's supposed to help with filling in pores and fine lines. I don't know how it's gonna do with deep dark crevices, but we'll see. I haven't really, I need to pay a little bit more attention to it so I can give it a good full review. Okay, then I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics CC cream. You can take any foundation that you want. I am in the color Light, in the shade Light. Now I am going to take my Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, and this is also in the shade Light. And I'm just gonna put that under my eyes, and I'm gonna work over a little of the redness that I have around my, my nose, and then just cover up any other little imperfections that I have here and there. Okay, now I am going to take my Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium, and I am going to set this just with a light dusting. And I do this typically before I put on my bronzer, and I'm just going to dab my big old fluffy brush, and this one is from Real Techniques. I'm just gonna dab that all over just to set it. I am using a little bit more of the CC cream than I normally would, mostly because I'm on camera, honestly. But you just saw my naked face, so if you were gonna judge, you would have judged already, huh? Okay, so now, usually around now is when I put on my, who's your whatsy? My eye primer. Okay, because I let this sit a little bit while I'm doing a couple other things. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on my eye primer, and this is Urban Decay in the Anti-Aging. Okay, you can use any eye primer that you have. I like the Lorac ones. I also like, I've used the, Put a Lid On It from the Balm. That one has a little bit of an oilier consistency. I do like the Urban Decay and the Lorac. Those are my favorite. And I always rub it together. I don't know why. I think I'm lazy and I like to do things as quickly as possible, which was weird because usually I do my foundation with 2 hands, but because I was holding a mirror, I couldn't. So I usually like do my foundation like this everywhere. So, okay, the next thing that I will do is I will do my contour. Now, I am using one of my favorite contouring powders. This is Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in the color Chocolate, and it smells like chocolate. Okay, and the brush that I like to use, especially for a little bit more of an intense contour, is the Face Shaping V by Bare Essentials. It's a brush and it looks like this. You can see it's flat, it's a flat brush, and it's got that V shape. So like for right up here, it gets up nice and easy right up here. And I'm just going to slightly contour. All right, and now I'm going to take my big fluffy brush again, and I'm just gonna blend this out so there's no harsh lines. Okay. Okay. Some people like to use their Skin Finish Natural over this, or their setting powder over this. You can do it either way, whatever you want. You just want to make sure you don't have like harsh lines. And you can see I don't use, a ton of it. Today for blush, we are going to be using Benefit's Box O Powder in the shade Dallas. This is a very neutral shade. And I just take this and I pop it on my cheekbones all the way up, because really, it's for medium skin tones. It's such a natural shade. You really kind of can't overdo it. And for it to really it's sort of a glowy, but there's no shimmer to it. Yeah, not really any shimmer to it. But I don't know if you can see what color that is in the box. Let me swatch it for you. I like this one in the summertime, just for a very sort of natural look. Just a natural look there. You can see it's not too dark. Okay, so now I got my blush on. And that kind of seamlessly, I almost poked myself in the eye, seamlessly runs together, okay? You can use the highlighting powder. I'm not going to today because I'm trying to recreate the look that I had in my other videos. So, all right, now we are on to our Lorac Pro 2 palette, and I do love this baby. Let me grab my brushes here. We're gonna start off with a big fluffy brush using the color Nectar, and we're just gonna lay down our transition, okay? So what that means is from where your brow bone is, you're just gonna put in some color just to ensure that the other colors that you layer on top of it just all work together, because you don't want there to be any harsh contrast. Okay, now we're gonna take a little bit of a more densely packed brush. This one is from Coastal Scents. This is a large chisel brush. I like to do this because I'm lazy and I like to pick up all my product at once. I will tell you something about the Lorac though. It's very pigmented. So you have to be careful to make sure you're tapping off your brush so that you're not getting too much fallout, and that it's very powdery and very luscious, but you wanna be really careful with this. We're gonna go in with the color Rose, and we're gonna go all over the lid pretty much. Okay, just taking that color and working it onto the lid, pressing it on. Okay, now we're gonna take that same fluffy brush that we used at the beginning, and we're gonna go in with just a, actually, you know what, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna use that same fluffy brush. We're gonna use just a slightly more contoured brush like this. Right here, can you see the difference in that versus the fluffier version that I dropped one? Here's another one, okay? I always have a couple of these in my stash. So we're gonna go in now with this color Cocoa. It is sort of shimmery, but the way we're gonna use it, it's gonna blend right out, okay? So it's not gonna be too much. And we're just gonna place this, I'm gonna do mine just above my crease because I have hooded eyes. If you do not have hooded eyes, you can just put this just in your crease area. Okay, so I'm just barely gonna work a little bit of this in. You see how I've done this? Just putting in some definition here. And then we are going to blend that out with that big blending fluffy brush. All right, now taking that same cocoa color, I'm gonna use a smudger brush like this. You can see it's very densely packed, which means you're gonna be able to precisely apply the product, okay? So I'm gonna apply some it's not even gonna be the outer V necessarily. I'm gonna go in just here to smoke it out just ever so slightly. I do not want a big dramatic look, but I do want to put a little bit of definition in there, and this is partially because of the shape of my eyes. Also gonna take that cocoa color and I'm gonna go underneath with the same smudger brush underneath my my bottom lid. Now, I do want to point out and remind you that I have permanent eyeliner, so it's gonna look a little bit differently on me, of course, than it is on you if you do not have that done. Now we're gonna go back to our big fluffy brush and we're gonna blend the snot out of it. If you find that your color is a little bit darker than you want, you can always go back in with the Nectar color and kind of tone it down a little bit. And if you even need to, you can put a little of the Buff, which is an even lighter cream color. You can work that in there. I am gonna use a little bit of Buff on that same fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go underneath my brow bone and bring it down just ever so slightly. All right, so you see how that toned it down quite a bit there? Okay. The next thing you're gonna do is I like to use my finger to do this. You can choose what highlighter you want to use, either beige or snow. I'm gonna go in with beige. This is a shimmer color. We're gonna put a little pop of this in our inner corner, and I use my pinky. I don't know why. Okay, now for eyeliner. I am using this right here. It is Wet n Wild's H2O Proof, and I really like this cheap little eyeliner. This particular one is getting a little goopy, so I have to really make sure that I wipe it off, but you're just gonna do your eyeliner. Now for lashes. You can use whatever mascara you want. I am using the Falsies Volume Express by, is this CoverGirl? Maybelline, okay? This one's almost gone as well, so it's gonna take me a little bit longer. I need new eyeliner and mascara. Actually, I've been using some other ones, but I really like that H2O lately because it's waterproof and it's summertime. Okay, now for brows, I am going to be using by The Balm. This is Brow Pow, and I'm just gonna fill in my brows. Last but not least, we are going to do our lips, and I am going to be using from Maybelline. I love this line of lipsticks, and I'm sorry if you can hear my children, they're fighting in the other room. This is Totally Toffee, and I actually have two of these because I bought them on different occasions, not realizing that I picked up the same color because I liked it, so that tells you something. I'm gonna top that off with Matte Cream Sheen Glass in the color Overindulgence. And I love their cream sheen formula. It's so luscious. This is just going to put a pop of shine on your lips. It's almost the exact same color. And that is your finished look.